Zuzu.
Good morning, Mr. Monster. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see. Got a couple more. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay. I think we're gonna do some golden sunning. So what did we do last episode? Went through the Tret tree. Finish off the Tret tree boss. Oh, I need to turn this desktop like super down. Oh, hello, Sonneveld. How's it going? Mac, welcome in. Oh, it's the MZizzy. I see. Oh my gosh. Hello, folks. Good morning. Just getting started here. Game Dev Jeff. Hello. Good day, Sonneveld. Lovely to see y'all. Oh my goodness. Hello, Dice4. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Oh my gosh, guys. Good morning. I was about to start. Oh my gosh. All right. What were you streaming, Sonneveld? Give me the lore, please. Evening. Hello, Veritasune. Hello, Jifa. I'm gonna try to keep up with everyone, but hello, how's it going? What were you all doing? Let me know. We're doing oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I saw it was a Pokemon. I didn't realize it was a ROM hack thing. You get to play Team Rocket. That is actually awesome. I'm gonna have to wait. Let me make a note to go back and watch some of that because that sounds really cool. What's the name of the hack? Rocket Edition. I'm gonna check this out. This looks really cool. Sun Veld. That's it. Okay. What is today? Sunday? Yeah, early Sunday. That's wild. That sounds really cool. I was just watching. Who was I just watching? Zaylin the other day was doing a ROM hack of Ocarina of Time that looked really sweet. Sick as hell from the. It's a sick as hell ROM hack. That's dope. So to play the second half, lets you apply the patch to the official. Nice. Got it. That's really cool. Okay. So you can actually like do it legitimately. That's actually really awesome. I actually spent some time in the ROM hack community. I've not done. I could show that off real quick actually. Hold on a second. This is actually sort of neat. This will just take a second. I spent some time in the Mario 64 ROM hack community. The game since then has been decompiled into C. But I worked on a ROM a little bit. Hold on, let me just pause this real quick. Let me bring this in. This was a lot of fun to do. So I used to be really into this community. This was back before. Let's see. This was back before there was a C compile, so you actually had to code into ASM to do this. Yeah, this is some deep lore, dude. Some deep lore, dude. That's right. So the idea here is you had to actually go into the ROM, like edit the different ASM. Mario 64, it was developed before there were like really games for the N64 because the console was being developed at the same time, right? So the idea was that they didn't really have an idea of what the specs were. So there's like this huge bit of RAM when you're playing some of the really old 64 games that's like just unused because while they were developing at the time, they had no idea how much RAM was going to end up in the actual console. And they of course later on went to expand the RAM slots by like being able to add more physical RAM into the N64. So there's some exploits like if you have that available, and you play like Ocarina of Time, there's a speedrun tech in Paper Mario where you start Ocarina of Time using an expanded RAM slot, excuse me. You do some funky stuff to write to a memory address that's outside the normal game, but it's within the new RAM that you've added. Then you cartridge hot swap, load up Paper Mario, and you use that as a pointer to jump to the end credits. So there's a lot of free space at the end of a lot of these games. And so when you were hacking originally with the ASM stuff, you'd have to like load your own programs into RAM because you're like using expanded space that it wasn't designed for. Anyway, it's super crazy, but it was really fun to do. So this was a hack I put together. It was trying to emulate like the Sands of Time while running that you could do and putting it into Super Mario 64. So I added some controls where if you're along a wall and you're facing away enough, you can press A and start a wall run, and you'll go for a little bit and then kind of fall off. And this is what it looks like. You can do a couple different jumps off of it. So it works really well for like running along tubes. Yeah, no, just take a quick look. It's a little fun to do. So I wanted to use like some of the animations that like weren't commonly used as much. There's not a lot of like great use cases for it in the game, but it's just kind of cool to like see what you could do with this kind of ability. You can also hear some weird stuff going on in the background, like whenever you're jumping over the water, it's making the like water jump sound because Super Mario 64 physics are like really weird. It's always referencing the floor triangle below you, and it ends up doing some really weird things. Thanks, Game of Jeff. Thanks, folks. So anyway, yeah, that's the silly deep lore there. This was a lot of fun to work on. I never finished like a full hack with it. Maybe one day, now that it's decompiled into C, would be really fun. I speedran this game for a while, and I love this game. It's one of my favorites of all time. But anyway, let's get on with what I was actually trying to do today, which is some Golden Sun stuff. But anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. Lovely to see y'all. If you have to fall asleep, I understand it. But it's always lovely to have you. This is the challenge run that we're doing here so far. Hello, Gary. Good morning. We are doing no random battle experience, so we're very underleveled. We're like missing 5 levels out of like 12. We're not wearing armor. We're not using summons, which is a special ability in this game that lets you do like percent-based HP damage, which is very effective against bosses, so we're not doing that. We're fighting all bosses and necessary scripted encounters once. The all bosses is pretty straightforward. The scripted encounters is like, sometimes you get to a bottleneck in the game. You have to fight a certain enemy to proceed. And so we're doing all of those. And there's also a single boss in this game that you can fight as many times as you want to. We're going to fight him exactly once. So it's a little weird. So let's get started. Oh, I have to like remember what the controls are right now? I don't actually know. I sure hope I figure this out like really quickly. Alright, so it's was. Alright. So last episode, we just beat the Tret tree, which is one of the two ordered bosses. We're going to backtrack all the way back to Mercury Lighthouse, which is one of the harder bosses in this run. But I think we'll do a pretty good job. We've already been to Mercury Lighthouse once. If you've played this game before, you'll notice that we already have the character that you get from Mercury Lighthouse, Mia. So the order that we... Golden Sun, but what if it was awful? I mean, what if it was painful is how I would put it. But I'm having a good time, and I hope you all do too. Let's see. Yeah, but so what we did is there's... I guess I can draw this out real quick, right? So we have... it sort of goes like this, right? We sort of start. Now let me go to big mode, dude. 1 second here. So the routing works like this. We kind of start off in Mount Aleph over here. We go to a area spot here, and then we have a backtrack point where we can choose either of 2 dungeons to do first. But we kind of have to complete both of them to move on, right? But what we did is we dodged the boss here. Went here, got this extra character, so we had an extra fighting course, backtracked, went through this dungeon to get some equipment, backtracked, sold it in town, backtracked so we could fight this enemy so we could get extra experience for it, went back to the tree dungeon, which we just beat last episode. We're gonna now backtrack to the lighthouse, beat this boss, and then we'll be able to finally move on with the game. So it's been a really weird route so far. But trust me guys, it's not as dumb as it sounds. At least I think so. At least we haven't lost yet, so there's that. So as I said, we're gonna run from every single random battle, and we're missing a lot of synergy. Synergy is what we use. It's our magic points. We do recover it from yeah, painful's a better word, I think. So we have a very limited income, right? Because we don't do random battles, so it's pretty difficult to get all of an arbitrary amount of money. So we really don't want to be spending a lot of money at inns, which is kind of a problem. Because every time we're running around the world, the only way to heal is with our own healing. So we're actually have to kind of switch these up, I think, here. I think that'll give our boy a... does he get... Okay, I actually need to remember what some of these keybinds are. Hold on there. Let me hop into town for a second. Okay, yeah. Is that... Okay, cool. Did I bind that to both L and R? Hold on. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm like trying to remember what the keybinds are. Let's see. Let me double check real quick because it's been a hot minute. I don't think I've done this for 2 weeks. Configure key shortcuts. No. Input. Configure. Yeah. Okay. So my... Okay. Okay. Sure thing. Okay, let's get going. So what are we doing? We're gonna go all the way up to the lighthouse there. We should probably be saving somewhat regularly. Because the thing that happens here is that we die a lot. Because the random battles, like, we're not actually, like, spec'd for even. Only really gonna spec for the bosses. One of the things that's pretty cool about this game is that you can switch up your character's classes, like, basically at any time, right? So the idea is that whenever you pass around these little djinn, you change your character's class. And so right now you can see he's got a bunch of synergy. He'll lose some of it if we move them around. So basically what we've done is we moved the djinn that allow us to do healing from one character to another, because we want everybody to be recovering their magic at the same time, making use of all of that, right? So we'll do that a couple times. We'll shift that around. Now, thankfully, we've got enough party members that it's unlikely for one person to just be destroyed by like 5 different attacks at the same time. It could still happen. It probably will still happen. But it makes it a lot less likely. It means you have to reset the game less often, which is nice. Oh, thank you. Yes, that's very good. Thank you. Yeah. I need to have an actual redeem for that, honestly. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, thank you. Okay. Sorry. So I'm gonna explain that thing real quick again. So as we're passing around these djinni, they'll change the synergy that people have, right? So if this is going super fast for some reason. I'm not really sure what's happening. Might need to like reset or something. I'm not really sure. The emulator's being a little bit weird. 1 second. Technical difficulties, scuffed stream. Let's see. Let's try that one more time. All right. Surely this will go much better. Surely. Sorry. Okay. Luckily we did just save. Okay, it doesn't seem to be doing the same thing again, which is lovely. Okay, so the idea is once we set these guys, you can see that there's a whole bunch of things that change, right? The yellows mean that we're gaining that synergy, so we're getting this wind type synergy, and we're losing all of this this earth type synergy, right? The earth is one of the healing types along with water. So we passed all of the water gene to this character. He's right in the top left there, Garrett. So you can see he's got a lot of synergy. There's not a lot of like red left on that bar, so we can use him to heal quite a bit as we walk around. And we'll have to spec pretty hard for this boss, because I'm actually pretty sure that this boss is. Hello, Zuko. Good morning. Oh, okay. The boss goes before every character, which is not normal. Normally, about half the party is faster than this guy. And the boss we're fighting can like kill something like 3/4 of our party in one hit if we're not prepared for it. So we'll have to do some interesting tactics there in a second. But we do have to get to the lighthouse first. If you're wondering how the graphics in this game work, a lot of the sprites are done first in 3D, kind of crunched down, and then oh, never mind. Who needed healing? Oh, okay, probably that's the big one. Okay. So all these sprites when we're wandering around the world, these are done in 3D and then crunched down. All the sprites that you see in battle are done the same way. All the character portraits and icons and like menu UI and that sort of thing, that's properly hand done. And I think a lot of the battle effects are done with like it's like a particle effect sort of thing. You'll see that in modern game engines, where they're able to put so many different like little sprites basically on the same scene, and they'll use this to emulate stuff like fire or smoke or stuff that isn't just like a solid block. It has like a mass that sort of writhes, if you want to describe smoke that way. And so a lot of the cool like magic effects, they're done sort of that way and then like crunched down into a little sprite sheet. Which is starting to be like pretty common around this time. But I think the game developers behind this game, Camelot, they tried that out first in a different game. And I'm not sure what that game was. There was a different RPG that I think they made before this. And then this is where they refined a whole lot of stuff that they were working on. And it came out really well, I think. Okay, we're almost to the dungeon, which is exciting. We just have to not get annihilated by a couple more bears. We are back, it's true. Let's save for safety's sake. Because we have been murdered by these grizzlies before. The 2 grizzly fight is like maybe the most dangerous one. It couldn't be too bad. Okay, so the goal here, we're gonna climb up through the lighthouse again. We have to basically do this dungeon twice. This is the second time we're going through it. But we've already activated the main feature of the dungeon, which is these little skipping pads that you can see in the middle. As long as you're standing on one of those, you'll be able to start hopping over water a certain number of times. Like this. So we're in like the second half of the dungeon, so we kind of get to sort of skip to the end here. We get to skip ahead at least a little bit. There's a chest here that I'm not sure if we got the first time. I'm gonna have to double check to see if we actually took that or not. It should be down here, so if we can see, we can maybe see it better from a different angle. There's some random encounter fights here, so we'll heal up first, just in case anything goes horribly wrong. Okay, so we did get that chest there. That's good. Our goal is to get right to the area before the boss fight. Because one thing that I really like about this game is that they did a really good job of having a lot of quality of life features for an RPG. And one of those is there's puzzle rooms in this game, right? A lot of RPGs will feature puzzles in certain areas. You have all kinds of like random battles that can happen that just like really distract you. You come out of them and you're like, oh my gosh, what was I even doing, right? This game, they don't have random battles in the rooms that have particularly like large puzzles, right? But those rooms are still considered as being in a dungeon. So the ability to walk around and regenerate your magic points still exists. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang out in one of those rooms for a little bit before we go to the boss. Recover up a bit, and then when we actually go up to the boss, Gary, you've seen these before, there's a synergy stone up there that recovers all of your synergy, so we'll come in there with full marks, fight the boss, and then backtrack to get the stone. And that's one of the last like weird routing things that I know for a fact that we're doing. But I'm not sure if there's much else crazy. Okay, so this room maybe? I think we're gonna walk around in this room a little bit first, because I think there's not much less afterwards. Yes, thank you. Of course, we're playing this on a Game for Pain stream, and I guess I could shout out, yeah. I'm playing this on a casual run with Gary on Mondays, and They have different colorful words for how they say things, but I'm too set in my ways now. So are we actually recovering? Is this considered a battle room? Okay, so we are recovering. We'll walk around here for a little bit. There might be another room later on that we're doing this with. I think I ought to move. Okay, so all my people that have full magic points, they do have their healing djinn set up. So this is not the last room we'll be able to do this in. Let's see. From here, I know that we've already gotten Fizz. This was the last room of the dungeon that we went to the last time we were here. It had, I think it's in this waterfall. We had the djinni that we fought. And we had to do that in a really weird order because we had to use... It was the first attack water djinni that we could get. And we had to backtrack to fight Forge all the way back in the Goma range, as we talked about earlier. So it was a really weird setup, but we're finally back in the dungeon after like a long time. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, where we're like so underleveled that like if we get 2 random bad hits, we can kind of just die. So it's not good. Okay, lucky us. Let's keep going. I'm gonna have to get rid of that poison that we just got, yeah? Poison is one of the status effects that stays after battle. They're sort of divided into 2 parts. I think the ones that stay after battle are, I think, Haunt, and there's 2 kinds of poison. There's a nasty poison, there's a deadly poison, and a regular poison. Everything else usually you'll just recover from after battle, but those are the 2 ones that generally stick around. This could be a pretty bad fight, actually. I probably should have saved my game, like partway through this dungeon. It's probably a huge mistake, actually. Let's make sure we do that immediately after this. Okay, let's remember to save, because I don't want to just die. It would be really sad at this point. Okay. Let's see. And this goes... Yeah, this goes all the way up to the top of the dungeon. Okay. It should be the last time that we have to deal with a random battle in this dungeon. Alright, here we are, yeah. He who honors the goddess of rainbows shall be guided into the heavens upon the wings of fluid grace. The synergy that we use for that is Ply. It's one of the healing synergies that we've been using. For some reason in this dungeon it has an out of battle use, which is like kind of confusing, but normally you can't cast this out of battle. I don't know why they chose this rather than something that would sort of be more obvious, but we can see the waterfall starts flowing upwards, which is a pretty cool way to get to the top of the lighthouse here. Oh, she already knows what to do. I love the little emotes that they do in this game. I think it's a very effective way. It doesn't take a lot of like scripting, doesn't take a lot of sprite work to show a lot of emotion and be able to use all over the place. It's a pretty smart little thing. It's nice. All right, here we are, and the lighthouse has already been lit, so we're too late. We're trying to. That doesn't look so good on emulation, does it? The plot here is that we're following these other characters who are sort of difficult. They're unlocking these magical beacons that are gonna bring this ancient power back to the world that caused like a lot of like wars and problems and sort of thing. We're running around trying to stop them, and it starts getting a little bit more complicated than that later in the plot, but for now that's what we're doing. Actually, can we recover synergy here, or do we have to pick this stone up? Oh no, I might have needed to like run around a little bit more. Okay, so we can if we want to here. It's probably fine to pick up the stone. We'll be pretty drained after this fight, I think. And then we have to get home. But how dangerous is that? I don't think it's that dangerous. Like, it's more of a quality of life thing, so I'll just pick this up for now. That's fine. Okay. So we have a pretty long cutscene here, and I'm just gonna save as close as I can get to it because I don't remember how close we can get. I think it's like right here is like the trigger point. Okay, let's see. It's too late. The lighthouse has already been lit. It can't be. The beacon cannot be lit without the Mercury star. Oh, well. The elemental stars were stolen from Sol Sanctum on Mount Aleph. Mount Aleph, Sol Sanctum. Are you healers from Sol Sanctum? We're from there, but we're not healers. We came from Mount Aleph, but we're not healers. We came from a village called Vale to recover the 3 elemental stars. We have the 4th one on our person. Did you say Vale? Hey, Big Potato, welcome on in. Lovely to have you. Our village was there to protect Sol Sanctum, but the stars were stolen. It sounds just like my clan. I've failed in the one duty placed upon me. This is terrible. D. Garrett. And so this is our fellow villager who's been sort of kidnapped and used as a hostage. So it's you, D. Those kids are still alive. You came all this way to save Jenna and Creighton. That's not all. We're after the elemental stars. In other words, they've come to stop us. Then we have no choice. Let's take care of them now before they can do any harm. Is she trying to get Felix to come or what? Oh, she is. Wow. Minardi. Wait. Oh, Saturas. They want to... I heard everything. They were lucky. Oh no, I just remembered we forgot to spec for this fight. Oh, I might have to I should probably restart right now. No, I need to restart. We're gonna die so quickly. Hold on a second. Oh no. Can I restart? Is that a thing? That would be, oh, reset. Okay, yeah. We definitely know we need to reset for this fight. Okay, let's talk about this fight first. We'll kind of skip ahead. Saturos. So this guy, he's a Mars adept. He uses fire magic against us. And he goes very fast. Not only does he go very fast, but he hits very hard. And so the strategy is that we're going to use 2 djinni, Granite and Breeze, to try to survive this fight. Breeze boosts party resistance. So eventually we're going to try to get to a point where we're just not going to be instantly deleted by his magic. And we don't know how he's going to start attacking us. So the first turn we also need to use Granite to give us a quick boost. The problem is that once we use either of these abilities, we lose a bunch of stats, right? You can see that when you've used one of these things, everything drops down there, right? So you become weakened, but you get like kind of a short-term boost. It also takes a turn to use these. It takes a turn to get them back, to get your stats back. So it's kind of you're hanging out, and it's a little bit dangerous. So what we need to do is we need to have, let's see. We probably need to have these back on Mia. She's the highest level of the party right now. We got her at level 10. Everybody else is pretty severely underleveled, so she'll stick around for a while. She's gonna be our healer for sure. If anybody dies, she's probably not going to be one of the people that dies. So we're gonna give her this item that lets her revive people. So she'll have healing synergy from the get-go. And we need 2 people that can be using Granite and Breeze. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have Ivan hang out with his normal element. What's going to happen here is he'll go pretty quickly, but he'll still go slower than Saturos. So his job is going to use Breeze right away. And I think we'll pass these over to Garrett. Let's see. So his attack currently is 100. Can I get that any higher with these? His attack goes up to 111. Okay, great. So what's going to happen is he's going to be our main damage dealer for the fight. These 2 characters are going to be utility. Garrett's also going to do some healing when he's able to do it. And then Mia is going to be healing all the time, as much as we're able to do it. We also got to set up our items properly. So we have 2 characters that have healing magic at the moment. Oh, he does. Oh, that's true. What if we did this? Is this better? Because then we get, no, okay. At least we get a healer with Ivan. Maybe that's better, huh? Yeah, I think we want to try this setup, because that way we can have, our 2 weaker attackers can have the healing synergy. Garrett can be a utility character that's using Breeze like most of the time, and then sometimes attacking. We've got a couple good utility ones here. This boosts all the party attack. This makes our opponent less likely to hit us, but it's mostly just there for the damage. And then we have to finish the fight off with the Sleet ability. So now that these 2 people have all the healing abilities, we should probably move some of our healing items over to the other characters. So the nut here I think we'll give to Garrett. Let's do that again. We can have 2. We need to get the herbs probably to be mostly on these 2 characters. Probably more on Garrett than anybody else. So let's give 1 more over here. And then I think that's everything we need for this fight. I hope I'm not wrong and that we like needed to have bought more healing items, but we'll find out together. Let's see. If D dies, we're in a huge we're in a huge amount of trouble. So maybe we say that like we're resetting if he dies, probably anyway, so it's okay if he has one of the revive items. Additionally, what's the other item that I was thinking about? Oh, the Psi Crystal. Who should have this? Mia has about unlimited magic points. Ivan is maybe the person who's going to get drained. He also moves faster than other people. So the Psi Crystal is probably the best person is best on Garrett right now. Okay, I think this is the good setup that we're looking for. So I'll skip as fast as I can through some of the conversation we've already gone through. But it's a loquacious game. Let's talk about the actual fight that's coming up here, though. The actual fight is pretty unique in this game. There's only a couple fights that work sort of the same way. And so what happens here is that normally people or opponents are going to be rolling dice for whatever attack they're going to do at the moment, right? They have something like 4 or 5 different attacks. The game kind of picks one at random out of like 256, and they're all assigned a likelihood out of 256. But there's a couple fights that are more scripted. This is one of them. I only think I know of like 2 other ones. I'm gonna have to do more research to see how other ones work. But when I was doing a challenge run similar to this one earlier, I was able to predict this one really highly, and it's because it's pretty scripted. Basically, he's got 4 or 5 different attacks he does, and he has a set order of like 9, like an array or a set of 9 different sets of these attacks. And he'll pick one to start with, but he'll keep going through that list. And so we can actually, once we've weathered the first turn, we know exactly what attack is coming up every turn. And so we'll be able to prepare for it. But we could take tons of damage the first turn, but we'll see what happens. But let's continue here. You've endured so much, now you want to throw your lives away. Fine. If that's your wish, prepare to have it granted. Saturas, are you going to fight them alone? Minardi, I can't expect you to leave our hostages alone and help me, can I? That's true. Besides, I want to see how much their powers have developed. Are you sure about this, Saturas? Leave me be. Head for the next lighthouse, now. And then I think they scripted this, like, incorrectly. It's a little bit strange, but... Do you mean to defy me? I should teach you a lesson, child, but... Felix, I'd get your sister to obey me if you hope to keep her from harm. Felix is the character with the green cape here. He's sort of in an interesting position where he's like kind of a hostage, but also not really. They've taken his sister along, but he seems to be like fairly complicit in what they're doing. So it's not obvious what his motive is at the moment. Jenna, please, just do as she says for now. Felix. It's all right, Jenna. And then Kraden is somebody else who they've just kind of taken along for the ride. He's a scholar who's done a lot of research on these different ancient ruins, so he's probably like helping them get through most of the puzzles or whatever. I'm sorry, D. Garrett. I'm counting on you. D. Garrett, don't die. Good advice. We'll try. We'll see what happens. Jenna, Kraden. If you want to save them, you'll have to beat me first. No, get back. What's the matter? Saturas is extremely powerful. I could sense it when I faced him. We have to be very careful when fighting him. We have to match his strength. Match me? You think you can match the great Saturas? Well, I sure hope so. We're gonna try. You overestimate your chances. Fine then, I'll just teach you all a lesson. Oh. What happened? Saturas is moving strangely. What's this? The light of Mercury. It's weakening my synergy. I must finish this quickly. Come on, fools. Alright. So this is the character that, it's the only boss that we fight 3 times in this game. We fought him once already and lost in a scripted event. This time we're supposed to beat him. And we'll be facing him again at some point. But he goes very fast, and he does lots of damage. So we're gonna kind of do our best here. So the goal for the first couple turns is to start building up a bit of a resistance to his main attack, his synergy attacks. We might need more healing items than we have. I'm so scared. So this guy's got 1200 HP. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to finish him off right at the end with a special attack that'll get us extra loot, extra experience, because we're only allowed to take a couple of fights due to the run that we're doing here. We can't fight random battles, so we gotta squeeze all the experience and money out of these that we can. So he's got 1200 HP. We can do maybe about 50 damage with some of these. So what we're gonna try to do is kind of count up to like 24 attacks. Try to stabilize by that point, and then try to finish him off with a special attack here. So let's go. We're gonna have to open up with Breeze and Granite, because we'll just die instantly otherwise. we'll probably try to randomly heal somebody. We're gonna heal a character in the middle, because the AoE that he throws out, it's almost always gonna hit somebody in the middle. We don't have a lot to do with Mia. We could also use ice just to try to get some damage in. It's not a bad idea. We'll be using granite this turn, so it's kind of defensible. We'll see how this works. We might do this fight a couple times. So granite, this is going to give us a lot of defense for this one turn. A protective aura. Okay, so 36. That would have done like double damage without this ability. Wrapped in... Oh, that's really bad, actually. Okay. Wrapped in delusion. We're blinded, basically. A lot of our attacks are just not going to hit now. And this is... the character's job is to just attack on the left. So it's not great. Takes 44 damage. It's 1 out of 24. Okay, so he's used Heat Flash. So we don't actually know what he's going to do next. He could cast a very strong multi-target effect, or he could do a regular attack. We don't exactly know which one it is, but we're going to try to do our best to just not die. Do we have an elixir on this character? We don't. Okay. We might we're in kind of a rough spot here, because we really want to be able to... I guess we'll try to growth, and then I think we got to reset these guys as quickly as possible, because we're either taking a big AoE this turn, or we're taking a huge AoE next turn. So we're gonna do our best here. I think we'll just heal up and sort of see what happens. Fireball. Okay, this is probably the good outcome. D takes a bunch of damage. Our party takes a bunch of damage, but this is pretty good. He's just doing a kind of weak attack next turn, so we should be in a pretty good spot. So we've got 2. This is gonna be 3 out of 24. We need to use Breeze again. We're gonna get hit with that fireball attack, so we want to... We could go ahead and do this one more time. That's probably fine. Oh, yeah. So this should be... Let's see. It should be a regular attack coming up. Okay. Not too bad, right? We've got 3 out of 24. Let's see. Where are we going next? We gotta do... We're probably gonna keep casting these synergy spells until the delusion wears off. We'll get unblinded eventually. These status effects don't last forever. I think we'll keep granite off for just a moment. Is that true? Yeah, we've got a couple turns that we can be chill for. We're just gonna heal the damage people and keep going. Maybe I was really wrong about that. Let's see. Okay, so the fireball turn. Okay, so 27. So this is more like 4. Okay, we've healed the most damaged characters. We should be in a pretty good spot. Garrett can take a ton of damage this turn, so we probably want to... Okay, we've got the delusion off, which is nice. And we might be able to unleash something, because we've got a special magic weapon equipped, don't we? Oh, it's a longsword? Interesting. For some reason, I thought this was a really different weapon. I'm gonna goof something up. Let's see. Garrett, do I want to defend? I could have this character defend. It's not a bad idea. Get granite set off, and then heal him up. Oh, we got diluted again. Oh my gosh. All right. This fight's going pretty well. Let's keep going. So how the resets work in this game is that you'll keep your stat boosts for something like 4 turns or so, after which they'll just wear off normally, a lot of status effects do. But if you keep resetting it, it'll keep refreshing them. So at some point, I think when we use this right here, and he's about to do eruption, so we might use granite here as well. We might gain 0 resistance from using this djinni. But it's still like a really powerful move, even though we seemingly get nothing. Oh, did I? Oh no. Okay, well, that's really bad. That's really bad, actually. This could be in trouble here. Oh, that's bad. Let's see. I want to set Breeze. I want to make you defend. I want to... Yeah, okay, let's see if this works. Because this is a ton of damage that comes out. Okay. Yeah. That could have been worse. That could have been worse. Okay, we're on about 5 attacks out of 24. We're just getting a regular attack from him this turn. We're not diluted anymore, which is exciting. We can try to dilute him, but he's a very lucky character. Like, literally, he has a high luck stat, so it means it's hard to inflict status effects on him. There's a couple... So, there's just sheer luck. Oh, you got the skills. Thank you. Much obliged. This is one of the status effects he's able to be affected by. Thank you, the cat attack. Hello, Dicker Mousy. How status effects work in this game is that they all have a luck threshold on whether they can be inflicted upon certain enemies. Good morning. And we have different status effects have different luck thresholds. This has one of the lowest ones. So even a character with a very high luck, we're still able to affect them with the status effect. Something like poison or deadly poison has a very high luck threshold, and so characters like Saturus who have like 40 luck, you can't even poison them at all. So bosses are more resistant to status effects in this game, but not like invincibly so, basically. Not to all of them. We got 5 hits in. I think we'll keep going. He's gonna attack with a regular attack this turn. Poor Ivan can be deleted by this attack, unfortunately. I think probably what we should do is heal here, defend here, heal here. Okay, that's not too bad. That's fine. Okay, we've got something like 6 out of 24. We're gonna do regular attack, and let's see. We can sit for a little bit. We're gonna get hit with a heat flash here. We need to probably set granite. I think you can cure yourself and it's gonna be fine. Okay, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. I missed how much that did, but I think we're something at like 7 now. The popping that attack off with the black screen is worth a couple hits there. So luckily we'll keep going with that. D's starting to run out of synergy here because we've been using this ability so much because the current class he's in has very low maximum synergy, and he's just been like diluted this whole time. The birthday is today, but no one party. That's true. Yeah. But thank you, Kinker. Much obliged. We could try to heal somebody preemptively. We just got heat flash. We get fireballed this turn. So I'm not against this. I think Ivan will probably try to heal himself. Just because he's likely to die from things super often. And Mia will just use an attack here. Yeah, Ivan's going to take a ton of damage, so I'm glad we chose to heal him. Okay, so we're at about 12, so we've gotten close to about half the... This is their time to be running away! Could you imagine if I tried to do that and just wasted my whole turn and died? That'd be amazing. We're going to get a regular attack this turn. So we want to probably refresh our breeze. Probably use our healing on the characters who are going to need it. Probably Mia heals herself here. Yeah, good call. We're at about 13 hits. So we're about halfway through this fight. We're doing pretty good. We just recovered 0 resistance for everything. So that is for us 100%. Yeah. We keep going. We're gonna get hit by a fireball this turn. So probably want to cure on D and then probably on Ivan again. After the fireball, I've actually lost track. I think it's two attacks and then eruption. So I'd like to heal maybe Ivan. Oh, Ivan went first. That doesn't usually happen. That's very unlikely. Saturus is usually so fast. All right. Oh, thank you for the cat. Thank you for the cat attack. Oh, Sneaky Renee. Hello, welcome on in, folks. Hey. If you aren't following Sneaky Renee, I would highly recommend. Oh, that's so fascinating. It gave a different follow thing. I'll have to check out why it did that. RMATs. Oh my gosh. Welcome on in. Hello. What, are you doing more Final Fantasy? It was the Phoenix dungeon, I think, yes? For folks, if you're not trying to follow Sneaker Nate, I think Sneaker Nay is doing some retro stuff, doing a lot of Final Fantasy VI at the moment. Still trying to hit the affiliate grind. So if you're able to get a follow, stop in for a couple streams. Super, super appreciated. Welcome on in, folks. Welcome on in. We're doing more of our Golden Sun Challenge Run. We're trying to beat one of the tougher bosses here in this run. We have, I think I lost a little bit track, but I think we've got something like 14 hits on this guy out of 24 before we can start getting into our end game strategy. I think we're about to get hit by a... we just got hit by an attack, is that true? No, we just got hit by Fireball. We lost a ton of attack. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 attacks in a row, and then an eruption. So we need to make sure that we don't get one hit by anything. I don't think any of our characters here are gonna die instantly. So I think we can kind of go into a bit of a healing mode here for a second. I think we'll just try to heal everybody up this turn. We'll take a more chill turn next turn. I think Mia will pop one of her attacks out. No, my guy, you gotta stop doing this. He knows. He's like, he planned for this fight as much as I did, dude. It's painful. Okay, so we're in a pretty good spot though. Do we have an elixir that we can use on this? Because I would. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. Do we have an elixir? Should have bought one at some point, maybe. Be able to get rid of the status effects. Finish it up. Nice, nice. Yeah, you have to be. Yeah. That's awesome. I think we'll refresh Breeze this turn because I don't want to be on the eruption turn and not have the ability down, right? Yeah, that would be really painful. We're gonna probably try to randomly heal. Or is that true? He's gonna do an attack, so it's very difficult to predict who's gonna get attacked. If we, oh, I forgot we have this healing ring. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. We'll probably just heal D. Yeah, he's just losing the most health, but what can you do? Do we have an elixir on this character? We do. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe we'll do an attack with Ivan and then do an elixir over on D. Mia moves pretty fast, so we'll just remove that delusion. I think and get in here. Nice. Love to see it. Okay, so 37. Unfortunately, he's too fast for the elixir, but that's all right. We're gonna get hit with an eruption next turn. We've got a countdown, like 10 more attacks to make before we switch into our other mode here.
Introduce your stream to Iroh.
Oh yeah, he'll be around here at some point. He's been in the cat basket. Zuko's been walking along though.
Okay.
He said hi with his little tail waggle. Let's see. We've just set Breeze. We don't really have anything to do with this character. We're gonna set Granite for the eruption turn. We're gonna use Ice, and we're gonna try to get these last like 10 hits in. Yeah, so we have so much resistance at this point that we build up over the course of the fight that we're just really not getting hit by this so much anymore, which is lovely. Okay, we've got like 8 hits left. Let's see. We have a lot of healing we can do this turn. I think we'll take a turn off with Garrett to do some healing. Ivan actually could get murdered very, very easily, actually. So let's defend here. That's actually really kind of spooky. I'm actually going to use a herb on Mia. I'm going to have Ivan defend. I'm going to have Mia use the ply on Ivan. And hopefully Ivan doesn't just die from an attack, but we'll find out together. Okay, yeah, could have been worse. Okay, we've got 8 hits left. We're gonna get hit by the Heat Flash next turn. Probably just gonna defend here because he's taken a lot of damage. It's a good turn to reset Granite. It's a good turn to heal up Garrett here. Yeah. Okay. So if we didn't defend, we would have like almost immediately lost the fight. Because dying in this game, again, extremely bad. You don't get experience when you die, so it's horrific for us. So like 7 attacks left. Get hit with a Heat Flash this turn, I think. Let's see. We've refreshed Breeze pretty recently. We don't really have to do anything here. We could try to heal somebody randomly, but it's not really worth it if it's not an AoE attack, I think. So we're going to do another basic attack. We'll probably Cure here and then use Ice. Ivan's going really fast this run through. Oh, this is a Fireball turn? Oh, I miscounted. Oh, that's bad. Well, that could have been a lot worse. It might still be really bad, honestly. We've got to weather a basic attack that could probably kill Ivan instantly. So that's interesting, right? I think we hit like 3 times this turn. So we got about 4 hits left before we're gonna have to start switching strategies up. And getting a little bit more, even more defensive, honestly, than we already are. Because we have to make some sacrifices, basically. The Breeze turn. We're gonna get hit with a basic attack. So it could kill a lot of these different characters, unfortunately. We might do like an everyman for himself turn, because we've got a couple revive items that are spread around. So if any individual person dies, we will be able to revive them once. But it's pretty bad. Okay, so that could have been a lot worse. Okay, we've got 3 hits left. We've refreshed this. We're gonna get hit by a fireball next turn. Let's see. Do basic attack, refresh Breeze, hit up Granite, heal our boy. Okay. Hello, my game main. How's it going? We're on the Saturos fight. We are 5 levels underleveled for most of our characters. I think Garrett is 6 levels underleveled. And we're trying to beat him, and we're getting real close. We got 3 attacks more before we switch into like super tank mode and try to finish him off with a rainbow kill here. We've prepared for this turn, but it's still going to do a truckload of damage to Garrett. It's like really scary. Fortunately, we're healing him this turn, but 2 more attacks left. We need to reset our djinni. We probably actually have to have Ivan defend this turn. 2 attacks left. Need to... Let's see, how do we want to do this? We're going to get hit by a... I've actually kind of lost track. Did we just get hit by Fireball? It hit our whole team, right? So it was Fireball. So we're going to get hit by a Heat Flash this turn, I think, yeah? Nothing to reset here. Could attack here for the last attack. Defend here, apply here, and I think that's the turn. Stop. Please stop. No. Sir, you need... He's done this so often. It's so frustrating. Oh my gosh. Okay, so on a regular attack next turn. We'll just defend here. I think we'll... It's so frustrating, dude. What is Garrett doing? I wish he had Forge. I really do. We're going to have to weather an eruption pretty soon. I think we're going to refresh our Breeze buff. We might just defend this turn, dudes. I don't know. This is not... It's not a great turn. It's not a great turn. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to defend. We have to tank up a little bit, because the next turn is so scary. We need to have all hands on deck for the big magic turn against him. Okay, so we've refreshed our buff. We still can't attack. We have 12 synergy left, because we've been diluted like this entire fight, so let's at least use growth. Let's try to get that in there. Reset Breeze. Can we use Granite this turn? We can. Love to see it. We're going to apply somebody. Or we can use Ice this turn, actually. I don't mind using Ice this turn. Let's see. Doesn't really matter who we pick. I guess we'll pick Garrett. Somebody in the middle that's going to get hit by AoE is basically the idea. Okay, yeah. So Garrett was the correct choice. The ability was actually centered at Garrett, so everybody else is taking a little bit less damage, but Garrett's taking the most. 26 right there in the middle. So we'll be healing the 26 up, which is nice. We can get hit by a regular attack next turn, which could probably kill Ivan instantly, unfortunately. But we're getting really close to the finisher turn, right? We're going to do one more attack here. We're going to... Let's see. I wish we could use... I wish Ivan wasn't just going to die instantly this turn. If only we'd used Corona earlier, honestly. If we'd used that a turn beforehand, we'd be in a pretty good spot. But I think we probably have to defend here. We probably have to heal him here. Jeez. How do we want to do this? It's an attack and then a Heat Flash and a Fireball. Kick him in the head so he'll never see it coming. He probably will. We're trying to pull every dirty trick out possible, so I don't think it would be unexpected at this point, right? Oh my goodness. All right. So we're getting a regular attack. We need to prepare for that. We need Ivan to defend. D's running out of synergy points. We need one more attack here. We've almost killed him, honestly. Like we're very close to full damage here. I think the Breeze refresh we probably don't need to use. I think we'll use an excuse me, a herb on probably D, have Ivan defend, and do this. Okay. So not great, but it's fine. Excuse me. Okay. So we've got a couple turns off. He's onto us. Oh no. Okay, so we're completely spent over here. And we need to start buffing Mia on the far right over here, and she needs to be able to switch to a damage mode because she's got the finisher move. We only have one for the entire party. It happens to be on her because it's a healing type, but you can also finish somebody off with it. So he's gonna use Heat Flash this turn, does a bunch of damage. Could probably kill me in one hit, which is a bummer. We do, let's see, we'll probably use a, God, we're running out of these, man. Probably need to set Granite, probably need to, I need to defend over here, honestly. Did we get the Forge off on turn 1 here? I'm not sure. I need to make sure that we're doing that. We need to buff people's attack, or especially Mia's attack, like, specifically. We're gonna use the, we should probably use a nut here on Mia, actually. We haven't used one this run so far. We'll be able to buy them eventually, but I think we need to do that right now. I think it's going to be really important. Let's set Granite over here. Let's defend, and we should be pretty safe. I don't think there's any way we can die on this turn. Oh, thanks so much for the five stream streak pain. Much obliged. We should be okay here. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's probably the most preferable character to attack. He's got decent defense naturally. Okay, this is looking pretty good. We're gonna get hit by a fireball this coming turn. We've got we can like basically do nothing on this character. Oh no. Oh, he's got 3 herbs. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're gonna heal over here. We probably need to refresh Breeze next turn. We'll probably have him defend. We're probably gonna do a blind heal on Ivan. It's just he's very likely to get damaged this coming turn. Who can we summon at the moment? It's Mars. Okay, so Forge is set. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna go in there with Sleet. Every attack we're gonna do for the rest of the fight is gonna be Sleet here, because we're gonna try to do the Rainbow Kill here at the end. This might take like 3 or 4 tries, but we'll get there soon. Please don't kill Garrett, by the way. Okay, cool. Okay, 68 damage. It's pretty strong, but it's gonna take a couple tries here. So we just got hit by a fireball. We got a basic attack coming in. It could kill. I don't think anybody's gonna die from this attack. So I'd like to just kind of go full out. We got a fireball that we need to prep for next turn. So we're gonna just heal as much as possible this turn. Mia needs to start. What did we do over here? Actually, I've already forgotten. I think he needs to herb himself. I wanted to set Forge, but I don't think it's likely. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. We do need to reset Breeze. Let's have you heal yourself. Let's have you reset Sleep. Okay. Wow, that was a lot worse than I thought it could be. Okay, never mind. That was actually really dangerous. Okay, that was bad. We've got the fireball coming in next turn though. We should be pretty prepared for it. Sleep set to Mia. We've got our resistance reset, which is great. Is anybody in danger of dying? I don't think D's gonna get hit by a fireball. It would do a lot of damage if he does though. It's probably an okay turn to try and reset here. This is probably okay to reset. Do I want to? If I use Granite now, I don't have Granite up for Eruption. I probably want to cure over here. I probably want to cure over here. It's difficult. Probably want to cure on Mia, just because I don't want Mia to get damaged. But Garrett's more likely to die, so maybe I should choose Garrett instead. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We should be fine on this turn, but we are taking a bunch of damage. Okay, interesting. We have to waste so many turns to play like so defensively now, but we'll have, I think, better stats now, which is a significant improvement. Mia's gonna have to defend. We just got hit by the fireball, so we have a. I think we have a heat flash coming in. So we need to block with Mia because she could die instantly. Probably Ivan can die instantly too, actually, which is like really scary. We're starting to run out of herbs, which is kind of a bummer. We sort of need these. Should have bought more at the shop, huh? Would have been smart, maybe. I think we're just gonna defend with these 2 characters because I don't want them to die. Yeah, okay, truckload of damage. Maybe could have died if we didn't defend, so it's a good thing that we did that. Okay, we got the Eruption coming in next turn. We got Granite. I lost my save data for Elden Ring. Oh no, to start it again. My understanding is that this is like the classic Elden Ring experience. I've been watching a couple people who've been streaming the DLC, and they're just like, yeah, this is my like 7th character or whatever. Like, good God. I couldn't. I don't know. Like, I wanted to get into Dark Souls, but like, I don't know. I spend so much time just dead. Like, just the fact that it takes so long to wait to be alive again is like such a deal breaker for me, right? Like a lot of these retro games, like you just kind of die and you get to be able to try again like very, very quickly, right? Like the time it takes for Mega Man to die and to be back in the action is like a couple seconds. And the time it takes in in like Dark Souls feels like a minute. It just drives me insane. Good morning, Robot Spacer. How's it going? 2nd playthrough so far. I finished it once. Gotcha. Okay. We're trying to finish this boss off, Robot Spacer, if you've not seen this before. We have a special run going on. So is Is Demon Souls. Gotcha, gotcha. It's a challenge run. We're massively under-leveled. We have no armor. We're not using a special ability that makes the game a lot easier. So it's been a little rough, but we've routed this game really significantly to try to kill this character specifically. All the routing we've done in this game is for this fight specifically, so I think we've been pretty prepared. I think we're gonna. Oh, I've lost my place here. I think we're getting hit with an eruption. Does that sound right? Is that what we're doing? I don't remember. I sure hope that's true. I think we want to pop off with Granite this turn. To use a sleep from Mia this turn. Probably need to heal Ivan, but I think we've honestly run out of healing items, right? We have this nut left over. Jeez, that's not good. That's a bummer. Maybe you just use Forge this turn. Try to make this fight like a little riskier, but like a little shorter, dude. Oh no, that's not what I want to hear, huh? I might have to use this nut on Ivan, which would be kind of a bummer. But I don't want to just like instantly get deleted. What should I do? What should I do? I could refresh Breeze, but that seems also kind of dangerous. Boost resistance for a single character. I wish I had the full version of this. If I were like properly leveled, I might be able to ward my entire party and it wouldn't cost a djinni use. And we wouldn't have to like waste an extra turn later on. This is kind of a tough turn, honestly, because we might take a ton of damage from this if we do this incorrectly. And not only that, like whenever we use one of these djinni, it sets us up and like lowers all of our stats, but it gets us like a quick boost for a little bit. This is the most dangerous turn I think that we're about to be hit with. And he acts before us, right? So it's not the end of the world if we use these on this turn. In fact, it might be one of the better turns to do that on. We have 2 regular attacks afterwards. Attack and a Heat Flash before he uses his next big AoE move. So this might be safe to do. I don't... So you have 48... Hold on, let me look at the character stats. You've got 48 agility. Who has... You've got 39 agility? Okay. So D is like almost always going first, so the Forge feels a little bit better to use then. We could refresh Breeze this turn. We don't have like a lot more with this for this character to be doing. I think if we cure with Ivan now and use Granite next turn, I think that's what I want to be doing. Okay, let's break out the Sleet and let's kind of see what happens here. Hopefully Ivan doesn't just... Okay, hopefully Mia doesn't just like die here. Oh no. Okay, so next turn is the Eruption? Okay, I'm glad we saved Granite then. Okay, let's see what happens here. We have to be so close. Oh my gosh. This guy has to have like 50 HP left or something. It's got to be very little. So he's breaking out his huge attack this turn. We'll use Granite. We'll recover. We probably have to recover D, honestly. It's too dangerous to not do that right now. And we need that HP back from the resets. So what's he gonna do? He does a truckload of... Yeah. Okay. So we would have lost our character here if we hadn't done Granite this turn. So I'm glad that we saved up for that. We're gonna hit by 2 attacks in a row. Kind of a dangerous time to be alive. Don't have any more... Should have bought more herbs, dude. Should have bought more, huh? That's a bummer. We could refresh Breeze this turn. We have a couple of lighter turns to deal with. Sleet is still in... Okay, we still have to get Sleet up. This is agonizing. I think we have to use a nut on Ivan, and Ivan has to defend. I think we have to use Breeze this turn. You gotta get out of here. We have to recover... Gosh. Probably need to... Oh, this is agonizing. We have 2 attacks in a row. I really don't want Mia to ever have to defend. I want her to not have to do that. So I think the opportunity cost for healing Garrett over Mia is really bad. So I think we want to do it this way. Nice! Oh my gosh, that's so helpful. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so... Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? We got a Heat Flash and then a Fireball. We've got to... Jeez, this is gonna be so hard to do with Dullahan. Like I'm, that fight is gonna be so nasty. We probably are not gonna be worried about the attack buff. I don't think we're gonna heal. I think we're just gonna defend. We've kind of like run out of things to do with this character for a second here. We're just gonna hit with a Heat Flash this turn. Probably good to reset the Granite. We need to reset Sleet at some point, but we like don't have the opportunity to do that. Gosh, this is really difficult. Maybe we'll just heal Garrett and then set Sleet. Let's try this. Oh, no, 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 no. That's really bad. That's really bad, actually. Should have planned for that. That's really, really, really bad. We don't have... Oh, we do have... Okay, so Granite's off. This... Ivan is probably going to die this turn. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I'm like, maybe I should just, like, panic revive him? That would be so sad. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. I don't know. It's possible if he defends and Fireball is cast all the way on the left on D. But maybe, we might just want to, like, blind revive him. That sounds so bad to say that out loud, but I think it's true. Gosh, that's horrible. Yeah. This is one of the hardest boss fights in the game for this run, so this might not be a bad time to use this. It's just really painful. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. We'll reset Breeze. Ivan's gonna set Granite, and we'll hit up with Sleet here. Yeah, he found him. All right, good. Okay, so we happen to do the right thing here. So that's great. Let's see if we win the fight. No, okay. We have to keep going. So Ivan's resistance has been dropped down to 0, because he doesn't have any, because he died, he lost all of his buffs. So we can get hit by a lot of damage now, unfortunately. Probably still gonna defend here, probably gonna set Breeze here, probably gonna set Granite for that, probably gonna set Sleep for this. We have a Fireball coming in here, I think. Oh, wait, am I like... No, Fireball's next turn. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we're going to... I guess use Forge here again. We'll refresh that buff. I think we just refreshed Breeze so we can defend here. Want to... Do you have Granite set? You don't have Granite set. Okay. You could take a ton of damage, so I kind of want to reset this. I kind of want to use Sleep again, see what happens. Oh my gosh, man, you gotta stop. Please die. Yes! Oh my gosh. Alright, our entire party levels up a truckload of times. Amazing. Love it. Oh, that's great. Oh, jeez. I can breathe. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break just so like my heart rate can go down a little bit. But that's wild. Okay, cool. I'll be back in just a second. Oh. Oh, the mic is still on, by the way.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm going to get my free Starbucks drink.
Ooh, good move. Okay. Autos get when you get back?
Huh?
Autos get when you get back?
Sure. I'm gonna get some breakfast too.
That sounds cool. Oh yeah, because we got so much now. That sounds awesome.
Did you eat at breakfast already?
I had a coffee and strawberry smoothie. It wasn't good. I don't recommend it.
Together?
Yes.
Ew.
we were out of oat milk. We were out of milk, and I was like, "Well, this is a liquid. How bad could it be?" Turns out it could be pretty bad.
Oh,
It could be pretty bad.
Alright, I'll try and get you something. Oh,
I love you.
God. God.
That's not good. Oh. All right. Awesome. I'm sorry everybody had to hear about my breakfast. It was an actual crime. It was not good. All right. So what are we doing from here? We'll finish the cutscene first, eh? D, we got him. We did get him, my friend. We did get him. Who would have thought that the Mercury Lighthouse held such great power? If only my synergy had been at its full power. That's true, actually. If his synergy were at his full power, he would have deleted us instantly. We have to fight him later on when he's not gimped, and he would have murdered us. Soteros, you said you were weakened. What did you mean? I meant nothing. I shall tell you what he means. That voice, could it be? Alex. This game's such a great soundtrack. It's been a while, Mia. Alex, do you realize what you've done? Ha! Of course. I have freed a great power that has long since been sealed away. No. I could not have, Gary. We would have been cooked. Mercury, the lighthouse of water. What a mighty force. Alex, are you mad? The fact that he can cast Pyroclasm, we would have died so fast. Like, it would have been horrible. No, Mia, don't you understand? The lighthouse granted you great power during your battle with Soteros. It's true. I could use my power without ever depleting it. This is true. 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah, at the end of every turn, she actually recovers all of her synergy. It's another reason it really makes sense for her to be the healer in that fight. If we made our... Oh my goodness. I think I just like inhaled some cat hair or something. If we'd made like our leftmost character the healer, would have run out of synergy so quickly. It's true. I could use my power without ever depleting it. Don't you see? The Mercury Lighthouse supplied you with limitless synergy. Synergy? Are you telling me my powers come from synergy? You and I are both members of the Mercury clan, masters of water synergy. Mia's an adept too, isn't she? Yes. Jeez, do you know all along you didn't tell us? Because he's not the brightest. Tell me, Alex, why wasn't Soteros able to use his full power? Yes, I shall explain it all. Soteros is aligned with Mars, the clan of fire. Fire and water are opposing elements. His full power was bound by the water synergy of the lighthouse. Didn't Soteros know that? Of course he knew. However, he failed to appreciate the power of this lighthouse. As did I. Is that why we were able to defeat Soteros? No, there's more to it than that. I stood by watching your battle from afar. You were watching us? Yes. I did not help Soteros because I was certain he would win. But I was wrong. You've become such great fighters in a short time. Oh, look at that. We didn't... Oh no. Soteros... Ah!
Hello, Zuzu.
What? Baby. Goodness. Soteros is up again? But we beat him. Me? Beaten? Never. I lost to this lighthouse, not you. I was merely stalling until Soteros regained his strength. You were just buying time. It's not fair, Alex. Well, he's not doing that well, though. I won't let Soteros escape. And just what are you going to do? Will you finish him off? If that's the case, you will have to fight me as well. I've seen how you fight. You cannot hope to win. And I doubt you're the type to finish anyone off. Of course, you're welcome to believe whatever you want. He warped again. Again? He's done that before? Yeah, in Soul Sanctum. The synergy, the warp. Does that mean Mia can use it? No, it's impossible. Even Alex didn't have that kind of power before. Well, I can't stay the same Alex you knew forever. Well, it seems that my ride has returned while we were speaking. And so I bid you adieu. Soteros still has the elemental stars. That's right, we can't let them leave now. Oh, and you want to take the elemental stars from Soteros? Too bad, Minardi has them. You'll have to ask her. That reminds me. Do you still have the Mars star? We can say whatever we want here, but I guess the yes is sort of the goofier option, so we'll pick it. I appreciate your honesty. The elemental stars are the keys to the locks that are these lighthouses. I suppose you'll be willing to pursue us for the elemental stars. I look forward to it. I shall see you soon, then. Goodbye. I look forward to our next battle. Oh, synergy, so PP will synergy points, yes? It does, yes, that's correct. Synergy is supposed to be a portmanteau of psychic energy. Just, you can pronounce it kind of how you want. Synergy. I'm not exactly sure. The word synergy without a P is pronounced thus, so that's kind of why I do it that way. I don't deserve to be a healer. Oh no, we couldn't stop them from lighting the beacon. I failed my clan, failed in my duty. That's not true. We can still beat them, right, D? Yeah, totally. Sure. I mean, maybe. That's right. All we have to do is stop them from lighting all of the lighthouses. They've gotten 2 out of 4, so we've got a pretty bad track record so far, but the beacon... Oh, wait, no, this is 1 out of 4, excuse me. The beacon of Mercury Lighthouse has been lit, but we'll stop them the next time. That's right. We can save Jenna at the next lighthouse. Yes, we won't let Alex get away with this. Let's go after them now. She kind of just joined us up at this lighthouse. It's a little funny because she's been with us for like an entire episode at this point. Because we went to this lighthouse as soon as possible. Thank you, Gary. I like synergy. That's great. We got her at like the start of the last episode. And then like brought her with us on like a field trip around like half the continent before coming back here. What you're supposed to do is get her and then kind of immediately like go and do this fight. So that's what the dialogue is based off of, but we kind of did some silly stuff instead. What's the matter? We should hurry. Mia, are you coming along with us? But the people of Immel need you, Mia. It's okay. The fountain shall be filled as long as the light fills the lighthouse. It's an old saying. The fountain will run over with healing waters now. I have mixed feelings about leaving, but Immel will be fine as long as the fountain continues to flow with the water of Hermes. This is a key item that we needed in the last dungeon, so we're gonna have to backtrack again, but we should hurry if we're going to follow them. Alright, well, let's get the heck out of here. We can cast the escape synergy, but this is kind of more fun. I think as we're running around... Oh my god, he's got 1 synergy point left, poor D. Let's make sure that we can reset these, though. And we're going to have Garrett and Mia be the healers now. So let's move these over here. As we're doing our random battles, these are the only 2 people who have any magic points left. So we'll give them... He'll have Apply, the healing synergy. And she'll have Cure and Cure Well, another healing synergy. So they're the only 2 characters that have magic points, so we'll make them the healers from now as we run around the overworld. I kind of plan to be able to go back to the Synergy Stone over there, but it's fine. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I'm glad we got that clutch, like, Water of Life off, though. That was, like, really sweet. And there's a bunch of villagers who've come to hang out here. The legends say that if the lighthouse was lit, the fountain would fill again. It looks like the legends were true. How did the fountain know that the beacon was lit? I don't know. I drank the healing waters and now I feel great. I should get a bottle so I can take some home with me. Well, I knew it would work, but I never knew it would work this well. I feel 10 years younger. Unfortunately for this guy, we have stolen the bottle from his home. It is now ours, so we're going to do that, but, you know. I don't know why this is why that works. That seems like a strange thing. Doesn't feel very heroic, but that's okay. We don't have to fear any epidemic as long as we have our fountain. I never believed those stories, but there's the proof. All right, let's get out of here. If we want to, we can now buy stuff from the armor and weapon shop because they are no longer bedridden because the healing waters are flowing now. But we should buy some healing items. Jesus. All right. Oh my god. Do you have nuts? Can you sell us nuts, please? I would really love to have some. Nope. Okay, thanks. Well, anyway. We only have 1 herb left. So we're going to have to buy some of these. The people who tend to use them the most are probably Garrett. Let's buy like at least 4 of these things. And somebody else should have them. Probably D. We'll buy a couple more. That's probably fine for now. I don't expect we'll be buying more herbs as the game continues. Because we're starting to get so much HP here, right? That a herb is like it's not it, right? Like Mia has almost 150. We're getting to a place where those herbs are being outclassed. But we also just can't buy nuts yet, so we kind of have to do what we can here, unfortunately. Let's make sure we're gonna have different people heal different folks. So we'll have everybody recovering some synergy at a time as we run around. Let's hit up the weapon shop. I don't think they have anything interesting here, but they might. Take a look at our weapons. Yeah, okay. Let's sell this bad boy. We don't need this anymore. Want to sell anything else? I don't think so. Oh, let's get rid of this armor, right? Yeah. We're not allowed to have armor in this run, so let's just get rid of it. It's nice to have the money. We haven't been able to spend it on anything lately, but, you know. We could also maybe go back to the herb seller and buy an elixir, because we have one in our entire party, which is, like, not great. Let's see. Want to buy... See if they have any artifacts. A connoisseur. What would you like? Oh, they do have some stuff, eh? Okay. The Blessed Ankh. The Witch's Wand or the Shaman's Rod? Let's see. I probably... I think Mia has a much higher... Oh, Apnea, how's it going? 24 hours to complete the challenge. Release my... Oh, no! Oh, no. Well, we'll do it. We'll do our best. Let's see. We might still have a save file. Let's see. I might have to load up my original hardware and load up the save file that came with it when I bought the game from somebody else used. I think they're right at the final boss. We'll see what we can do. Well, come on in. Good to see you. F? Question mark? No, we could do it. We could do it. We'll have a pretty jank setup, but it could work. I don't have a capture card, so we'll try our best. Let's see. The Witch's Wand? I think we want to replace the Shaman's Rod, but we might trade it over to Mia. Mia has a higher attack stat, so if we're going to try to finish somebody off with a weird genie type, we'll probably use Mia for it. There you go. Would you like to equip it now? I sure would. Look, Boulder, right, let me give you a game ticket. Yeah. He's not going to offer to buy it, I think, because the Shaman's Rod is a special item. Let's go ahead and buy... Is there anything that we really want to buy from the shop? I think the broadsword is either already equipped or outclassed everywhere. What is Ivan equipped right now? Do you want this hunter's sword or not? You don't? Alright, let's get out of here. I think we want to trade this over to Mia. Get that Witch's Wand over to Ivan. And we'll, I think that's all we're doing here. I think we need to get out. Oh, no. Let's buy a couple elixirs like we said. We have one in the entire party, and like sometimes they're useful. Again, this is probably something like if we even use these during the rest of the game, like I'll like kind of be impressed. Let's get them on Ivan. We'll just get 2 of them. It's fine. Save the rest of our money for... Don't need it. No! Oh, that's fine. It's okay. I don't think that's not a huge problem, but it sucks to suck. It does. The stream is too powerful for Twitch. Oh no. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Extremely appropriate amount. Yeah. Thanks, folks. Let me know if there's future problems. I got a reconnecting to chat there for a second, so it sounds like we're back here. Let's save our game. I don't know if we've done that since coming back, but we can always get jumped by like 3 grizzlies here, and we will dive to grizzlies. We're not as powerful as Pain at the moment, so we're gonna just not take our chances. Goodness. Okay. Pretty lucky. Don't get mauled. They've got a special attack that can sometimes hit twice, and it can do like a truckload of damage. It's fine, I just had to refresh. Okay, nice. Oh, please don't kill me. Please stop, sir. Okay, please don't do that again. Thank you. Please let me leave. Okay. So yeah, they easily could have just like downed multiple party members there if we're unlucky, right? The double grizzly is like the nasty fight in here that we kind of hope to dodge as much. Oh, God, they did so much damage. Hold on a second. We need to keep healing. Didn't realize it was that bad. All right.